Oh, okay. There's a new update on this asshole.
So it has been around a month since that horrible streamer Johnny Somali faced his ultimate fate at the hands of the Japanese authorities. This guy had been running around Japan for months being a public nuisance for his in-real-life stream. He got his first taste of attention off of acting like an idiot, so he kinda just kept that train rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Personally, I think being
asshole,
a clown
yo.
out in public and in real life streaming, more times than not, do go hand in hand, as these fools try and entertain an audience of degenerates.
Didn't he get knocked
despite
out?
getting checked multiple times in the streets
Damn,
of
he got
Japan,
a lot of fights.
for some odd reason, Johnny still felt
He got
invincible
jumped!
because the police had not stepped in
Yeah,
to
the
stop
same
him.
guy.
But obviously, the Japanese are very patient people, and they wisely sat back and let this guy incriminate himself via his own live stream over and over again while they compiled the evidence. So eventually, both Johnny and
What
his
a stupid
cameraman were
mask.
detained for trespassing on a Japanese construction site. It has been all over the news in Japan, and it looks like this guy might really be in some major trouble. And the most hilarious part to me is that as he was being taken away, he was shouting for his stream moderators to call
That's
the embassy,
crazy.
like they hold any sort of power outside of
That's
his smelly
crazy,
Discord
yo.
server.
Hey, can I speak to a lawyer? Can I speak to the embassy? Somebody call the embassy. Mods, call the embassy. Mods, call the embassy. Call the embassy, guys. Mods, call the embassy.
That's how you know that his brain was diluted
Oh,
beyond
what a
belief.
stupid, crazy
And today
image,
I do
bro.
actually have some updates for you guys that suggest that Johnny is
The Sankai Shimbum has a new. Okay, I'm assuming it's a new. Okay, like New York Times or something. Featuring a photo of him grinning in a police car, detain him for 23 days before having to charge him with a crime.
going to be spending quite a bit of time behind bars. So this was actually the first and really only picture to my knowledge that we have of
Yeah, he
Johnny
looks
since
like
he
that
was detained.
golem from
This is
Lord
actually
of the
from a couple
Rings.
of days after the whole incident occurred, and you can see for yourself as these Japanese reporters waited to get a picture of him being
He got
transported.
paparazzi? Damn! He's
That's
getting
a
that
goblin
fame,
right
alright.
there.
He's not getting the fame he wanted. Damn, that's crazy. He's
So
getting
he
famous.
obviously still thinks of himself as some sort of local celebrity. I don't think that his brain can really comprehend the severity of what's actually about to happen to him. Like, there's no amount of internet clout or even money in the world that can make someone with a rational
That's
brain
crazy.
want to be a criminal, especially in a foreign country where they can pretty much do whatever they want to you.
Exactly.
Even the guy sitting next to him, who I also have to think is in trouble, is thinking, what a clown. And don't you guys love how everything in Japan is so polite
Yo,
until
Japan
it's
is so
not? Like, to me, it's
nice.
pretty obvious that these people do not play around.
Don't Japan have like a 90% conviction rate?
And apparently there's been what's been happening to Johnny as he's been behind
Japan will hold Johnny Somali for 28 days. In those 28 days, they will use sleep deprivation tactics and hours upon hours of interrogation to break his mind and force him to confess? That's crazy. You don't really need him to confess. He has recorded all of his crime. Once he confesses, damn, Japanese have 99% conviction rate. Not 90, 99, bro. They're like killing germs, leaving that 1% alive. They will sentence Johnny to 3 years in prison. Then they will deport him back to America once he finishes his sentence. There's no early or good behavior parole.
those Japanese bars. The Japanese government will
parole
hold
part
Johnny
is
Somali
crazy.
for 28 days. In those 28 days, they will use sleep deprivation tactics and hours upon hours of interrogation to break his
That's
mind
crazy, yo.
and force him to confess his crime of trespassing. And I don't even know if he really has to confess. I mean, they got him
Exactly.
on camera in 480p. Once he confesses, it says Japanese have a 99% conviction rate, so pretty much once they decide it's time to take you in, you already know you're kind of screwed. They will sentence Johnny to 3 years in prison. Then they will deport him back to America once he finishes his sentence. There is no early or good behavior parole in Japan. Does
That's
anyone else
crazy,
have
the
the
parole
feeling that
part.
Johnny's the type of guy to act tough for the cameras? And he's probably over there crying behind bars while they slap his hand with a ruler?
He
And so
deserves
here's
it,
where things
yo.
get really interesting. So like I mentioned, they could hold him for those 28 days. But like I talked about before, they sat back and gathered so much evidence, so many different offenses, that they can keep recharging him and keeping him for 28-day period after 28-day period. So they say Johnny Somali arrested again in Japan, this time for unauthorized kickstream in restaurant. And when they say rearrested, they mean he's just like
That's
further
crazy,
detained. It's not like he
yo.
got out and then like was on stream again and got in more trouble. No, this is all from stuff he did before they went and got him the first time. Since then, he has never been a free man. And here's where we get more details. So, in the case of Ismail Ramzi Khalid, also known as Johnny Somali, a nuisance internet distributor of US nationality, so yes, he was not Somali this entire time, or named Johnny, who was arrested on suspicion of trespassing on—
Wait, so they just keep recharging him? 23 days, 28 days, 28 days, 28 days, because he has so much video evidence. Trespassing, harassment, filming illegally in a restaurant, just 23 days, month after month after month. They can charge him for like an extra 6 months in prison, yo.
on a building for breaking into a construction site. The Osaka
Crazy.
Prefectural Police South Station decided on the 12th to rearrest him on a suspicion of obstruction of business for causing a nuisance, such as live streaming without permission at a restaurant in Osaka City.
That's
And we
crazy.
know how many times that Johnny went out and was just treating Japanese employees and Japanese citizens like absolute dirt. I mean, there must be hundreds of clips
I
they
remember
have
this
of him
guy.
being a public nuisance.
He was
And for every
calling
single
him
one of
out.
those incidents, it's like, here, have another 23 days. Have another 23 days. And since this news broke, people have been trying to figure out which clip exactly was the one that did him in. But like I said, there is so many that it's kind of hard to
That's a
tell.
lot,
but
bro.
shout out to this guy, Jeffrey J. Hall. He's one of the main people that has really kept up with the coverage in this situation. So here's one incident in a restaurant.
Sent $5, we need to destroy your mental health. We need you either in jail or Africa.
True.
Okay, so I had to mute it because it's once again playing a racist song over his speaker like it has done in the past for a donation. And what the hell is this man wearing? Is
the
that a maid's
fuck?
outfit? You know this boy Johnny got some sweetness to him.
Oh, you're gonna get put in jail, nigga. We're gonna go to jail, bro. I don't know what. I know that's it.
I guess all these aren't bad. Love you, Johnny.
I love you, most toxic. What's with this Oppenheimer shit, nigga? This Oppenheimer shit.
Yo,
So they're playing like some
fuck this guy, yo. He deserves to get 5 years in jail. I'm glad he doesn't come out, bro. Fuck this guy. This piece of shit, yo.
nuclear bomb sounds in this Japanese restaurant, very loud over this speaker. And they're expecting for nothing to happen to them.
Bro, in prison, bro, he's about to get it, bro. He's about to get it in different ways, bro. Different positions.
This that Oppenheimer shit. Niggas are walking out the restaurant.
I mean, that's like some into the world type shit right there. So as you guys can see, the couple of other people that were sitting in the restaurant just got up and left. And can you really blame them? Like anyone with any sort of social
Bro, he deserves to
awareness
get jumped,
sees three
bro.
men come in here dressed like idiots with cameras strapped to their chests, and then they start playing crazy shit over this speaker. Like anyone with a brain is just gonna bounce.
Shout out Somalia! Somali community! Where's the music?
This right here is the face of two men you would definitely have to watch your drink around at a party. So here a Japanese TV channel aired portions of what appears to be a clip of Johnny Somali causing trouble in a Gyuden restaurant on another occasion. He says here if it happened on a different day, police could use it as evidence for yet another rearrest.
大音量で音楽を流すなど業務を妨害した疑い調べに対しカリド容疑者は黙秘しています
It's my country music. My country music. My country. No music. My country.
No music.
My country.
Bro, what a
Relax.
我々は再び万歳
Call him somebody.
万歳私は日本人が
We
嫌い
gotta
で
go.
す
We gotta eat something else. We gotta eat something. We gotta go. We gotta go.
And in this clip, we see a professor of law talk about the process when it comes to someone being jailed and
Fuck it.
re-jailed, rearrested time and time again. And many suspects and defendants here in Japan have had to endure this situation. From the very first moment of arrest, society presumes that the subject is guilty. Like we said, they have that 99% conviction rate.
That's crazy.
And if detained, the suspect will be held for up to 23 days before getting indicted. In addition to this, the suspect can repeatedly be arrested and detained for another 23 days under different charges, which is what they're going to be doing.
Wait, so if Japan has a 99% conviction rate, right? Like they have to have like convicted the wrong dude before, right? There's no way they have like convicted the right person all 99 times. So if you are innocent and you got convicted in Japan, you're kind of over, no? Like, there's no chance of you getting out, even if you're innocent.
To Johnny, meaning that these 23 days will be repeated multiple times. So from everything we're
Oh, he
seeing here, it
deserves it,
sounds
though.
like
This
Johnny
guy-
is absolutely donezo. And like I said before,
He's done, bro.
Johnny's
I hope he
community
stays
is
there.
basically filled
Bro, in prison, bro, like the Yakuza in Japan, bro, they about to fuck him up, dude.
with a bunch of basement dwellers. So I do have to censor a lot of the Discord screen right
In the
here.
ass
but
and
the
the
point
mouth,
is,
too.
this guy says Johnny Somali update. All his moderators have left. Johnny Somali's lead moderator, a loser who lives with his mom, T-Rel, deleted the general chat and is now trying to sell his Discord channel. And then it's literally just a bunch of people saying horrible things. And the thing is, this type of degenerate behavior sadly just spreads like a cancer. They see one guy getting popularity off doing something stupid, and other people feel inspired in their very small brains to do the same, I guess. Try to get their 15 seconds of fame. And so now we're getting videos like this.
Thank you.
What the
Oh, it slipped out
fuck?
my hand. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That won't happen again.
The aggravation I will have to go over that counter and slap the.
And that is why it is important to make an example of people like Johnny Somali. Just remember, guys, when you post something on the internet, it could be there forever.
It's your
And
evidence,
the
bro.
stupider stuff that you post, the more likely it's going to catch someone's attention who is going to save it. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this whole situation down below. As always, I do
That's
want to
crazy.
thank
He
you guys
deserves
for
everything,
watching
bro.
today's video, dropping
He
a like and
deserves
subscribing. But as you guys
crazy.
know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other clowns out here need to be covered. So I'm out.
That's
Peace.
a good video.